Hi, I'm Peter Rivera, aka Pete the Peptide Guy, and I'm here at the podcast lane, and I'm with Leia Ryan. So, Leah, nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing lovely. Thank you for asking. How are you, Peter?
I'm doing fantastic. So, you have a really interesting product and interesting industry that you're in because it's part of our everyday life, right? Breathing air.
Correct.
So, give us a little bit about what you do and why you do it.
So I've been in the industry for a little over 36 years. I work with a lot of commercial, residential, and it's all about the air we breathe, the safety of it. And so personally, it has just been a mission of mine to help as many people live healthier, safer lives in the comfort of their own home, along with their families and their children and pets and everyone. So it's just a mission that people stay healthy because there are so many issues that really are underlined and we don't even know why.
Yeah, no, definitely. And being in Arizona can be problematic as well, right? Because we do have air quality issues.
There's huge air quality issues here in Arizona. And honestly, when I first started working with some companies and businesses here in Arizona, I personally didn't realize the amount of molds that are in homes. Like 7 out of 10 homes have molds, and you really don't even know it until you see the black or the visual of it within your home. But it's a huge, huge health issue for so many people.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of stories on the news, and people, were exposed to mold and didn't know how it got in their homes and things of that nature. So, tell me a little bit about your product and how it works and why it's different.
Absolutely. And, just a little bit more in the area, I meant want to mention the valley fever. We're going to talk a little bit how we can help with those particles that are really harming so many people. But our products are ActivePure technology. Our company is Safe Air Today, and we're far, um, a lot different. I like to say superior, but I'm gonna just say different. Okay, I said it. Than anything else on the market. And most of your items on the market are passive, Peter. So maybe you have a HEPA filter or you have a UV light. The point is you have to get the pollution to the HEPA filter or the virus to get on that UV light. And if it doesn't stay on the UV light long enough, it's not going to kill it. And then we have a separate ionization system that drops those fine particles. And we're talking about like your valley fever, those fine particles that go through your nose hairs, get into your system, your body reacts with allergens and things like that. We can take those fine particles out of the breathing space, which is so important.
Yeah, no, incredibly. I mean, you mentioned valley fever. I have a bulldog, and unfortunately, he suffers with it, and he has to take medication all the time.
Mhm.
I wish I had known about this years ago, right, to be able to have it in the house for him. But it's phenomenal. What have you seen in the industry that's changed since you've been a part of this?
So there again, there is a lot more recognition. The testing results that we have, actually, we were written up in the American Journal of Infectious Disease Control last year twice. And the reason we were was a lot of times, some hospitals came to us and said, look, if you guys can reduce the infectious diseases by 20 or 25%, you're literally saving lives. Because in ICUs, the best protection they have is a 10 MER filter. Like perhaps maybe in your home you have a 7 or 8 MER filter. They have a 10 MER filter. And so the scenario is you've got a doctor walking down one side and you've got a group of family walking down the other hall, and this gentleman that's on the ICU level, and they may have something on their clothing and it can pass in the air, and that doc gets it on his clothing, walks into the ICU. You can see the issue here. So we went in not for 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. Our company went in for 34 months, Peter, and we did a huge, huge, intense study and testing. And we came out, our first result was we came out with a over 71% reduction in infectious diseases. Now that's huge. Then 6 months later, they said, you know what? We retested, changed a few things around. It was actually 99% airborne and on surfaces. So, Peter, the same technology, we are basically keeping folks safe in ICUs, you can have in the comfort of your own home, keeping you, your family, your pets, everyone safe, taking care of those VOCs, molds, viruses, dust, etc. So it really is a active pure technology. It's hard for a lot of people to understand that How do you get that to there? We don't have to. We go to the problem and take care of it, to the pollution and wipe it out.
That's phenomenal. I mean, that study's amazing. I mean, to be able to have
Mm.
white paper on an
Mm-hmm.
actual, unit like this is incredible.
Yep.
So another area that you're involved in too is the hydrogen water,
Yes,
which is a big buzzword hot
Mm,
topic right now,
right,
right?
right.
Especially in the fitness world and everybody
Mm-hmm.
else. Everyone wants cleaner water, RO2 systems, stuff like that. Explain a little bit about that.
Yeah, so you folks, in your office and homes, you can do your research on hydrogen water. It's very very important that our water source is acidic, okay? And when your cells, like if Peter, if you're working out and you come in, it's super hot, you're super thirsty, you grab a bottle of water and you down it, you can kind of feel it sloshing in your tummy, can't you? If you down a hydrogen, there's no sloshing because what's the difference is your bottled water, your city water, those types of waters will go over your cell. Okay, it's going to have a little hydration, but it'll go over the cell. Hydrogen water hydrates the cell, flushes toxins, and there's a lot of hydrogen bottles on the market, Peter. And our company has always believed in keeping it safe, natural, and the thing is what you really want to look for is number one is make sure there's no plastic in that bottle, Peter. Find out how the hydrogen's being produced. Okay. So you want a glass bottle. You want to make sure the hydrogen, like we produce the hydrogen with a platinum plate, very clean, very safe. And then, of course, we make hydrogen parts per billion versus parts per million. So you have really, truly the hydration, the healthy, safe hydration that your body needs, Peter.
Wow, that's fantastic. So, I mean, when you said superior, you weren't wrong. It sounds like you have some really amazing products um, in the longevity space,
Mhm.
right? That we're all looking for, right? And that
Yes.
health span. I would think these would be two great additions to have.
Well, it's prevention, Peter. It's prevention. It's like we're breathing in our homes. You have the VOCs, you have the dust, you have mold, you have whatever you're coming home from work with or the grocery store, what have you. We need to keep that a safe haven for you and your family. And we do that with the air. And then, of course, our water. Well, back to the air, we have smaller units you can take if you have you're getting on a plane or you're going to a hotel room and things like that. So we have such a line of purifiers, but and then the water there again, you have to have proper hydration. And actually our living water unit that we have for your home actually is it takes a lot of your city water is not the best at all. So these chemicals that we're really infiltrating into our body can only keep up with so much. So let's be proactive. Let's take care of the pollution. Let's hydrate our cells the way they should be, so our mental clarity, our energy, and everything is at optimum, momentum here. And so that's my personal mission for helping people in the comfort of their own homes, maybe working with businesses, with their clientele, working with office buildings, manufacturing facilities. We do it all from A to Z as far as when it comes to indoor air quality, Peter.
That's fantastic. And also too and I've looked you up and looked through the brochures and everything else, and you cater to animals. So who doesn't
Yes,
love their pets, right?
yes,
So
absolutely.
very quickly, and how do we get in touch with you?
Hmm.
How do we find out what's going on this month? Tell me some things.
Absolutely. Thank you for asking. So our company is Safe Air Today,
Okay.
and you're going to be able to go on to Safe Air Today, and you'll see at the bottom we have Safe Water today, Safe Laundry today. So we have a variety of wellness technologies for your safety and your health benefits. And actually, we have a 25% off our technologies, which the company's never done that. We've done 10, 15, but we this year we're doing a 25%. It is a coupon, Peter. Go on to Savior today. There's a phone number. There's a website. You do have to call our office. We can't put that coupon code on the internet. Just give us a call.
Hey, thank you so much for wonderful information and bringing out these wonderful products for us.
Thank you.
So, Leah, this is Leah Ryan. I'm Peter Rivera, and this is the podcast Lane. Thank you.